So, this month I've taken 8 medicines. Last month there were 12 medicines. No wonder I'm not so well this month. 28. I'm always left alone. 28. 28. 28. Send my daughter, Angelique, to me. I have something to tell her.
Ah, here she comes now.
Oh. Come, Angelique. I have something to tell you.
Yes, monsieur.
Your apothecary is here, monsieur. It is time to take your medicine.
Give me my cane.
Go quickly, monsieur. Mr. Florent mustn't be kept waiting. Well?
Toinette, don't you guess?
Yes, I can guess. It's about that young lover of yours. Again, the entire talk of our conversations for the past 6 days.
I know. But tell me, Toinette, do you blame me for loving him?
Far from it.
Don't you perceive something of destiny in our first meeting?
Certainly.
But do you think that he loves me? As much as he tells me he does?
That is hard to tell.
Oh, Toinette, if he deceives me, I'll never leave a man again as long as I live.
Your body.
Daughter, I have a piece of news which may surprise you. A young man has asked for your hand in marriage. You smile. I can see you have no objections to marriage.
It is my duty, Father, to do whatever you command.
The thing is fixed then. You are promised in marriage.
Yes, monsieur.
Your stepmother wishes to make a nun of you and your little sister.
The sly fox has her reasons.
She wouldn't consent to the marriage, but I have given my word. I have not seen the young man yet, but they tell me I shall be well pleased.
Most certainly, Father.
Have you seen him?
Yes, Father. Chance made his acquaintance 6 days ago. The request he made to you is the result of love at first sight.
I wasn't told that. Just as well. They say he is a jolly young fellow. and handsome.
Very.
Agreeable.
Most certainly.
Genteel.
The most genteel.
Speaks both Latin and Greek.
Huh? You didn't tell me that.
And will be made a doctor in 3 days.
He, father?
Yes. Has he told you?
No. Who told you?
Monsieur Persian.
You. Does Monsieur Persian know him?
Certainly he knows his own nephew.
Cleante? Monsieur Persian's nephew?
What? Cleante. We are speaking of the young man who was asked your hand in marriage. He is the son of the physician, Monsieur Diaphorus, and his name is Thomas Diaphorus, and not Cleante. He is to come tomorrow morning. What's the matter? You look surprised.
It is because, father, you have been speaking of one person and I of another.
What an absurd idea! With all your wealth to marry your daughter to a doctor?
Mind your business.
Softly, monsieur. Can't you quarrel a bit more quietly? Now tell me, what is your reason for this marriage?
My reason? I'm sick. And I wish to have a son-in-law and relatives who are physicians.
That is a reason. But monsieur, in all truth, are you really sick?
Am I sick? Am I sick? Such impudence!
Yes, you are sick, very sick. Sicker than you think. Monsieur, your daughter is to marry a husband for herself, and since she is not sick, there isn't any reason in giving her a doctor.
It is for my sake that I give her this doctor.
Your daughter won't consent to it.
She won't.
She will tell you that she has no need of Monsieur Diaphorus, nor of his son, Mr. Thomas Diaphorus, nor all of the Diaphoruses in the world.
But I have something to do with them.
She won't do it.
She shall. Or I'll put her in a convent.
You won't have the heart. A little tear or two, her arm about your neck, a little papa will be enough to move you.
All that will have no effect.
I know you're good nature.
I'm not. I'm ill-natured when I please.
Softly, monsieur. You forget that you are ill.
My poor husband. What's the matter?
My dear wife, help me.
My poor love.
Toinette has grown more insolent than ever.
Quiet, my love.
She had the impudence to tell me I'm not sick.
Don't fret yourself so much.
I've told you to get rid of her.
Come here, Toinette.
Yes, madame.
Why have you put Monsieur into such a temper?
Madame, I don't know what you mean.
You traitor!
He was just telling us how he wanted his daughter to marry the son of Monsieur Diaphorus. And I merely answered that I thought it would be better if he put her into a convent instead.
There isn't any harm in that. I think Toinette's right.
Oh, my dear wife, do you believe her? She's wicked.
Very well. I believe you, my love. Toinette! Come now. Give me some pillows to make him more comfortable. Pull your nightcap over your ears. There is nothing that gives people so much trouble than a hair in their ears.
My dear, you are so good to a poor sick man.
Rise up! Now, one at your side, and your back, and your head. There.
And this is to keep you from the dam.
What's the matter now?
Stand it any longer.
What? My love.
Love, you are my only consolation.
Poor little child.
Have you spoken to the notary about my will?
No, don't speak of it. Oh, I can't bear the thought of it. Oh. She's in the arbor. I brought her with me.
Let her come in, my dear.
When one loves one's husband so much, one is hardly able to think of this.
drawing up my will.
I can't bear to talk of these matters.
Madam has told me, but I must inform you that you cannot give your wife anything by a will.
But why?
Custom is against it. A husband may, however, make a gift to his wife during his lifetime.
How then can I give my estate to my wife and not my children?
You may give her your wedding money during your lifetime.
Oh, you mustn't trouble yourself about such things. If I should lose you,
My wife.
life would no longer mean anything to me.
My wife.
These tears are so unreasonable!
You don't know what it's like to have such a husband.
I must make my will as Madame suggests. I will pay into your hands 20,000 leaves in gold, which I have hidden in the alcove of my bedroom, and 2 bills payable in there, which are due to you.
No, don't speak of it. How much are 2 notes worth?
One, my love, is for 4,000, and the other for 6.
Don't speak of money to me! How much did you say you had hidden in your apple?
20,000, my love.
You know what? Shall we proceed?
Yes, come into my study. Help me, my love.
Come, my poor darling.
It is you. What are you doing here?
I have come to speak to the adorable Angelique, to see what she intends to do about this marriage.
You know how closely she is guarded.
That's why I can come as her lover. But, as a friend of her music master, he has sent me in his stead.
Her father. Me tell him. Monsieur.
Speaks up for you. Don't you know you shouldn't speak so loud to sick people?
Monsieur, I came to tell you.
Speak low, I say.
Monsieur.
Eh? What's that?
There is a gentleman here who wishes to speak to you.
Well, let him come in then.
Monsieur!
Don't speak so loudly, you might split my master's brain.
I am very glad to see that you are better.
Better? That's not true. Master is always ill.
He looks well.
What do you mean with your looks well? He was never so ill in all of his life.
Seems right.
I'm very sorry. I have come from your daughter's music master. He was obliged to go to the country for a few days, and I have come in his place to go on with her lessons.
Very well. Call Angelique.
I thought, Monsieur, that it would be better if you showed the gentleman here to her room. He can only teach her so well in front of people. And besides, it might disturb you. It might even split your brain. In your condition.
No, I love music. Oh, here she comes now.
Oh, heavens.
What's the matter?
It's quite a coincidence, Father. I dreamt last night that I was in great trouble. And a young man exactly like Monsieur freed me from the trouble.
I am happy to have had place in your thoughts, and I will be only happy to serve.
Monsieur, I take back everything I said yesterday. The Diaphorises have come to visit you. What a rare son-in-law you will have. He spoke only 2 words, but I was entranced. Your daughter will be charmed.
Don't go. My daughter is about to be married. And the young man is her intended husband.
You honor me, monsieur, permitting me to witness so agreeable an interview.
Oh, I greet you, gentlemen, with a great deal of pleasure.
We have come, my son Thomas, and I, to thank you for the favor you have bestowed upon us. Here, Thomas, pay your compliments.
Shall I begin with the father?
Yes.
Monsieur, I've come to recognize, cherish, and revere you in a second father, to whom I'm much more indebted to than the first. You have chosen me. He received me through necessity. Therefore, I make my most humble, my most respectful homage. Was that well done, father?
Ultimate.
Come, pay your respects to the young man.
Shall I kiss her, father?
Yes.
Madam, it is with great pleasure that I greet my future stepmother.
Huh?
It is my daughter to whom you are speaking.
Oh, mademoiselle, just as the statue of Memnon released such sweet, harmonious sounds, so do I feel transported by your beauty. Madam, permit me to lay at the altar of your charms the offering of my heart, your most humble, most obedient, most faithful servant and husband.
Yes, see what it is to study and learn such fine things.
If he is as fine a doctor as he is an orator, it'd be a great pleasure to be one of his agents.
Monsieur, I do have a reason to be proud of him. 'Tis true he never had a lively imagination, nor that sparkling wit. Following my example, he attaches himself blindly to the opinions of the ancients, and will have nothing to do with the pretended discoveries of our age.
I have supported a thesis in which I present to Mademoiselle as the fresh fruits of my genius.
Huh?
Perhaps I shall hang that in the attic.
With Monsieur's permission, I invite you to a dissection.
Some gentlemen take their ladies to a play. Here is one who offers his a dissection.
Ah, my dear wife, this is Monsieur Diaphorus and his son.
Madam, it is with great pleasure that I greet my future stepmother. Since one season.
Thank you.
Since one season. Madam, you've interrupted me and disturbed me in the middle of my marriage.
Come, take this gentleman's hand and promise to be his wife.
For goodness sake, Father, don't hurry things so. At least give us time to know one another better.
You'll have plenty after you're married.
Father, I beg you, please don't force this marriage upon me. If this gentleman is a man of honor, he should not accept one through force.
Madam, I may be a man of honor and accept you through the hands of your father. We reign in the ancients, madam.
The ancients are the ancients. We live in modern times.
Perhaps she has someone else in mind.
If I had, it'd be an honorable affair.
My dear, do you know what I would do if I were you?
Father, if you will give me a husband to my liking, then I beg you, please don't force me to marry one that I can never love.
Gentlemen, I beg your pardon.
Every woman has her reasons for marrying. I would only marry a man because I loved him. There are others who marry for money.
Oh. There's no enjoy you any longer!
beg you, tell me what condition I am in.
Here, Thomas, take the gentleman's arm. See if you can get a good judgment on his pulse.
The man has a pulse of a man who is not well.
Monsieur Pershing says my liver is bad.
Why, yes, the liver. He doubtless ordered you to eat roast meat.
No, nothing but boiled.
Why, yes, same thing. He orders you wisely. You couldn't be in better hands. There's something I think you should know. As I walked past Angelique's room, I saw a young fellow with her. He escaped as soon as he saw me.
A young fellow with my daughter?
Yes, your little daughter Louise was with them. She can tell you all about it.
Send her here, my dear. No wonder she was so stubborn.
What do you want, Father?
Come here. Come closer. Now look at me. Haven't you anything to tell me?
I can tell you the story of the raven and the fox.
Didn't I tell you to tell me all that you see?
Yes, Father.
Have you done so?
Yes, Father.
Haven't you seen anything today?
No.
Oh! Why didn't you tell me you saw a man with your sister?
Ah, Father, please forgive me. My sister had asked me to tell you. Father, please. Forgive me. Father, stop. I'm dead.
Louisa. Oh, my child. Oh, wretched me. What have I done?
There, Father. Don't cry.
I'll forgive you this once, provided you tell me everything.
Yes, Father, but please don't tell my sister I told you. Father, a man came into sister's room while I was there, and he said he was her music master.
Uh-huh.
And then sister came in. She said, "Go away, go away!" But he wouldn't go.
What did he say to her?
He told her this and that. How he loved her deeply, and that she's the most pretty creature in the whole world.
And then?
And then he got down on his knee.
And then?
And then he kissed her hand.
And then?
And then Mom ran to the door and he escaped.
Wasn't there anything else?
No, Father. Monsieur, your brother's here.
Well, well, dear brother, and how do you do?
Very ill, brother. Very feeble. In fact, I hardly have the strength to speak. Excuse me, my brother. Swear!
I came to propose a marriage for my niece Angelique.
Don't speak to me of my daughter. I'll put her in a convent before she's 2 days older.
I am glad to see your strength coming back so rapidly. My visit does you good. Shan't we talk a little?
Patience, brother. It is time for another medicine.
Wait. You can't seem to remember, but you can't walk without your cane.
You're right.
Monsieur, we must absolutely stop this terrible marriage. I thought it might be good if we could find someone to discuss him with Mr. Virgin's methods. But as we have nobody to do it, I've decided to play a trick of my own. Leave it to me.
Brother, why is it that with all of your wealth and only one daughter of marriageable age, you talk of putting her in a convent.
How is it, brother, that I wish to be master of my own family? I'll do what I think fit.
Your wife would be overjoyed to see your daughters put into a convent. But why marry her to a physician's son?
Because I intend to give myself such a son-in-law.
But does she marry a husband for you or for herself?
For herself and me. Brother, pardon me a moment. I have to take my medicine.
Send it back until some other time. Take a little rest.
This evening or tomorrow morning?
What is your reason for opposing this prescription? I'll tell my senpai about this. You shall see. You shall see!
It's easy to talk of illness when you're not sick.
And what illness have you?
You make me mad. I wish you had all my diseases.
I have just heard that you refuse to take the medicine that I ordered.
Monsieur,
Such insolence! A rebellion of a patient against his doctor.
but my brother,
To send it back? An outrage!
he's the...
A crime of high treason. I'll have nothing more to do with you.
I'll take the medicine.
I was about to cure you. But since you're not willing to be cured, I leave you to your corrupted blood. You shall be incurable within 4 days' time.
Oh,
Monsieur, there is a doctor here who desires to see you.
what doctor?
I don't know, but he looks enough like me to be my brother.
Let him come in.
One doctor leaves you, and another offers his services.
But Monsieur Purgeon knew what to do for me.
I beg your pardon, monsieur. Permit me to offer my small services.
I'm obliged to you. You do look like my servant, Toinette.
I beg your pardon, monsieur. I forgot to give my servant a message. I shall return immediately.
Wouldn't you say that was Toinette herself?
The likeness is very great. This is not the first we've seen of this sort of thing.
What did you want, monsieur?
What did I want?
Didn't you call me?
I? No. If I had not seen them both, I never would have deemed it possible.
I have read surprising things about these resemblances.
I beg your pardon, monsieur. I had to come see so illustrious patient as yourself. Your reputation reaches far and wide.
I am very much obliged to you.
Look earnestly at me. What age do you think I am?
26 or 27 at the most.
Ha! I am 90.
90?
Yes. You see here the effects of my art, preserving me thus fresh and vigorous. I am a traveling doctor. I go from town to town, seeking patients worthy of my art. I disdain common diseases. I am interested only in fevers, disorders of the brain. I wish you, monsieur, had all these diseases, abandoned by all physicians, so that I may demonstrate the excellence of my remedy.
I am your servant.
Let's check your pulse. Come now, beat as you should. Who is your doctor?
Monsieur Purgeon.
He is not listed among the great. How has he diagnosed your case?
He says it is my liver. Others say my spleen.
They're all blockheads! It's the lungs!
The lungs? I have pains in my head.
Exactly, lungs!
I sometimes have pains over my heart.
Lungs!
My legs get tired.
Lungs!
I sometimes have pains in my stomach.
Lungs! Lungs! Oh! Do you have a good appetite?
Yes.
The lungs! The lungs! What do you do with this arm of yours? I'd have it cut off immediately if I were you.
But I've needed my arm.
And you were right eye there. That should be removed immediately.
Well, you needn't hurry about it.
I must say farewell, monsieur. Your humble servant.
You will excuse a poor sick man for not risking.
The doctor seems to be a very wise man.
But to cut off my arm and plug up my eye, I'd rather not be so well.
Be that as it may. Won't you give me leave to speak of the marriage that is proposed for my niece?
No, brother, I'll put her in a convent.
Brother, you are sending your daughters off to a convent because your wife wishes it. Your infatuation for her is disgusting. I hate to see you fall into every snare she laid for you.
Monsieur, don't talk so of Madame. I know my mistress loves my master. Monsieur, let me show him his mistake.
How?
Clap yourself down, stretch out, and pretend to be dead. You will see how sad she will be when she hears the news. Don't stay dead too long, or she might die of despair. Go, hide yourself in that corner. Now. Oh heavens, oh dear, oh wretched me, Madame!
What's the matter?
Your husband is dead.
My husband? Dead?
Alas, yes, he died just now in my arms.
Are you sure of it?
Alas, yes. Heaven be praised!
I am delivered of this burden at last! Huh. What a fool you are to weep at his death. What good did he do on earth? Always sniveling, coughing, a stupid, tiresome creature.
A fine funeral oration.
Toinette, you must help me. There are some papers and money I must have in my hand. I haven't spent the best years of my life with him for nothing. Come now. His keys.
So this is how you love me!
Well, now you see how it is.
I never would have believed it. Come, as you were. I see your daughter coming. Let's see how she takes to that. We shall soon know the sentiments of your entire family, huh? Oh, unhappy day. Oh, damn me. Oh.
What is this, Toinette?
Your father is dead.
My father?
Yes, he died just now of a fainting fit.
Oh. Why must I lose my father, the only thing I have left in the world?
What's the matter, dear Angelique?
I weep for the death of my father.
What a misfortune! I was coming to pay my respects and ask for your hand in marriage.
Oh, Cleante, let us talk no more about this. After the death of my father, I'll have nothing to do with more in the world.
My child! Don't be frightened. I'm not dead. You are my true flesh and blood.
Father, permit me to ask you one favor. If you refuse me, Cleante, for her husband, please don't force me to marry another.
Brother, can you withstand
If you will become a doctor, then I will consent to this
Willingly. I'll become a doctor and an apothecary too. I do more than that for the hand of fair and
A thought just came to me. Why don't you turn doctor yourself?
That is a good idea.
Am I of age to study?
Study? Psh, you have nothing more to do but wear physician's gown and hat, and any stuff becomes learned. Will you have the ceremony performed now?
Immediately?
Yes. I know a body of physicians who will come and have the ceremony performed right here.
But what shall I say?
They'll give you instructions in a few words.
With all my heart.
These guys can take pictures and stuff in their costumes. Parents, we are going to have our